Hello, everyone. In this session, I will talk about how you can use AI in your everyday life. Previously, we spoke about just the introduction, right? What is AI? How it will help you? What are the tools that are there in the market that you can use? So, now what we will do is start going into details one by one. So, today we will talk about three things that AI can help you with irrespective of where you're working, whether you're studying, whether you're working in retail, whether you're working in a bank, whether you're working in a shop, wherever you're working, how AI can help you. Three separate ways, and this is not just work, right? This is your life also, at home also. So, three separate ways that AI can help you. One is like I'm saying from the beginning, treat AI like your friend. Treat AI like your personal assistant that has the superpower, right? It knows a lot more than you know, but you control it, right? Treat AI as your communication power up. What I mean by that is how can AI help us communicate better? A lot of us are very, very highly talented, very, very highly skilled, but when we go out and talk to people in a common language that is not our mother tongue, it's not our matrabhasha, then we get a little low in confidence. So, how can you actually use AI to help you write better and speak better? So, that's the second one. The third one is basically how AI can be your daily problem solver, not just at work. So, three things, right? Your personal learning assistant, your communication superpower, and also how AI can make your daily life better. Let's talk one by one. How can AI be your personal learning assistant? Just think of the different ways in which you can use AI today, right, at work. So, imagine that you're working in a bank, you have to close out accounts, you're working on some Excel sheet, you do not know how to do formula, you do not know how to do pivot tables. So today you have to go ask a colleague. You have to assume that the colleague knows how to do pivot tables. Or you go and ask Google. You ask Google about, and then Google will give you a whole bunch of links. You don't know which one to pick. If you ask AI, the difference between asking Google and asking AI is when you clearly tell, even talk to AI about your problem, it gives you a response. It won't give you a bunch of links. It will say, this is how you can solve it. This is how you can learn. Second case, assume that you have a customer complaint, right? You don't know how to solve the complaint, but this complaint is new to you, is new to your company, but some other company, some other person may have solved this problem. Again, talk to AI, talk to this superpower, right? It will tell you what are the five different ways in which this problem has been handled in other companies. So you at least have an idea how to tackle such a customer. So please use, though again, think of AI as a person who is next to you all the time to help you, right? Let's not talk about the negative effects or the data that you feed in and all of that, right? For now, imagine that AI is your friend, AI is your superpower, AI is with you at all times, right, telling you what to do. Now, you're in a job, you don't like your job, it happens, right, all the time. So not every time jobs are happy, not every time you're satisfied. You're preparing for an interview to do better. Use AI, give AI the situation, right? Make AI ask you questions. I have seen in my experience that rather than telling AI, for example, it is easy to say, tell ChatGPT, I am going for an interview, please help me prepare. It is also a very smart way to tell ChatGPT, I am going to interview for a marketing manager position. Ask me five questions that will help me prepare for that interview. You can give the company name, you can give who you're going to talk to. So AI will customize it more and more, and it will be beautiful how AI asks you questions in order to actually make you better prepared for interviews. So use it very smartly as your personal assistant. Use it as your communication superpower, right? All of us have to communicate in our work, in our lives every day, right? Irrespective of what language. Use AI to understand how to speak, to understand how to write emails. Some emails you have to write formally, some emails you have to write informally, some emails you have to answer customer complaints, so you'll have to be submissive in a way. Some emails you will have to answer to a very rude customer. So your manager may tell you it's okay to tell them I don't need this business. So each mail or each communication needs a different sentiment. You give that sentiment, AI will actually tell you how to write that mail. So, and also to speak, right? So any language now, you can use AI to actually translate, to be able to speak, to understand what the other person is saying. Lot of uses in language, as a language superpower, so please use it well. um, and I said you can use AI as your daily problem solver, right? So I tell AI, you know what, this is my income every month, this is how much I'm spending, how can you give me some tips on budgets, right? How much should I spend on this, how much can I spend on my holiday, where can I go, right? I only have 2000 rupees to spend, but I really need to take a break from work, where can I go? Or you may say things like, I want to get healthy, give me a 30-day plan, track me for 7 days, see if I'm doing the workout. So again, the core of all this, the bottom line of all this is, please imagine that AI is your super good friend, a friend who will not fight with you, a friend who will only tell you the good things, right? And then use your friend in all the ways that you want to make your everyday life better. So I think in the next segment, we will talk about how specifically your work efficiencies can be improved and also how to access these AI tools. Okay, thank you.